What up, Nigerians? Ajib there to give you some joy. And the joy this time around, it get levels. Because the thing, I tire. I am so surprised at what I'm about to share with you guys because the story itself is so interesting. Yeah, yeah. But you have to link this story to the one that I started yesterday of the South African artist that got stranded in Nigeria, got stuck, he not get money, he not get this, nothing to go home. Now, I've gotten more backup on that story. As a matter of fact, if you thought that story yesterday sweet, bro, my dear, forget that one. Cause the one you go hear now and the ones you go see is sweet past that 100 times. You understand? It's sweet to the point where you go to ask yourself, this kind of sweet story there on ground. Why are Jim can they delay to bring up? Why are Jim can they waste time? Especially that it has to do with these people. Mr. Perfect South Africans, Mr. All-Knowing South Africans, the almighty South Africans who are perfect, who can never lack, who can never be begging Nigerians, who have everything, who have paradise on earth, where Nigerians and everybody has to run to before they can survive. Mr. South Africans, Alpha, how can you reduce yourself to that level? How can the almighty greatest South Africa be so embarrassed and so disgraced to that level? South African citizens, we thought you guys can never become beggars in other people's country. We thought you guys can never be stranded in other people's country. We thought you people don't travel because you don't need to go to other part of the world, other countries. You don't need to come to Nigeria to make money. You don't need to go to Zimbabwe to make money. You just stay in South Africa and your life is perfect. Everything is good for you. So how come this story is coming out? I remember when I do my videos here and I'm telling the whole world that there are many South Africans in Nigeria who are staying there. They don't even want to go back to South Africa. They will say, oh, what is a South African going to do in Nigeria? What is in Nigeria that will carry South African to Nigeria? According to them, nothing good in Nigeria. According to them, Nigeria won't finish. Everybody's supposed to run, leave Nigeria because the country don't useless, nothing they there. But God, I will always call him God. He knows how to expose them. He knows how to disgrace them. He knows how to humble them. He knows how to make the world know that at the end of the day, Nigeria is the heartbeat of Africa. Nigeria is the greatest country in Africa and nobody can dispute that fact. Guess what, my guys? Guess what? This morning, I got up with a call from my partners and counterparts who are working with me to make sure that we keep this mission going. They called me early in the morning, say, Jim, have you contacted your guy, Very Dark Man? Because I'm seeing Very Dark Man posting something. Only for me to go and do more findings. And it's showing that there is a group of South Africans who are actually stranded in Nigeria right now. And they are begging. You understand? They are begging for help from Nigeria. They are begging, as in South Africans in Nigeria, begging for Nigerians to help them. To the point where they had to go and call Very Dark Man. They had to go and call VDM, Very Dark Man, to come and plead public begging. Make Very Dark Man come do public begging, as in Very Dark Man, because he get influence. Make he come out on the camera and say, oh, South Africans, Nigerians, this is the situation, this is the that, this is the that, as in open begging. Can you believe it? Can you believe that South Africans can come to Nigeria and end up begging for Nigerians to help them? Begging for Nigerians to provide security and safety for them? Begging for Nigeria to provide a means for them to survive? You will not believe it. Because according to them over there in South Africa, they have everything. They cannot beg. They are perfect. Their country is so sweet. Everything is up to standard. They don't need Nigeria. They don't need Zimbabwe. They don't need anybody. If you think I'm joking, you can go to Very Dark Man's TikTok page and check out. Very Dark Man had to come out and look for these South Africans to go and meet them. You see, as Nigerians get good hearts. See, as Nigerians get good hearts. A South African stranded, they are suffering in Nigeria and they are begging for help. And Nigerian celebrity come out Nigerians decide to help them, provide them a platform, provide them a possible solution to help them go through their problem so that they can find peace. Can South Africans do that to Nigerians? If a Nigerian is stranded in South Africa, if a Nigerian is struggling to do something in South Africa, what message will South Africans be telling that Nigerian? How will South Africans react to that Nigerian? They will definitely disregard the Nigerians. They definitely don't care about what Nigerians go through in their country. They definitely will even make it worse. They will even try to push those Nigerians into more difficult situations. But look at how God is simply opening their eyes. Because look at what these boys are going through in Nigeria now. See their situation in Nigeria now. It's very challenging, it's very tough, and it's disgraceful. They are going through a tough time. They are going through a hard time. But there's nobody that could help them except Nigerians. They had to come out and cry. Cry for help. Cry for Nigeria to help them. Cry for very dark man to help them. Cry for Nigeria to show them the way. Cry for Nigeria to rescue them. And Nigeria rescues them, for sure. Nigeria, I've always said, will always help. No black person will meet Nigerians and cry for help and Nigerians not go help. No time will you see a black person in need, struggling to survive, and Nigerians will meet the person and ignore that person. They will make sure they help that person, because that's Nigeria for you. Nigeria is the only African country where they consider every black person as family. No one day will you see a Ghanaian complaining in Nigeria that Nigerians are treating them negatively. No one day will you see a South African in Nigeria complain that Nigerians are treating them negatively. No one day, because of the good heart and the good spirit that Nigerians have, and they are willing to help everybody in this continent. They are willing to make sure that people are good. So guys, the question is, what happened? How did it get to the point where South Africans will be crying and begging for help in Nigeria? How did it get to the point where South Africans in Nigeria will be stuck and they are so scared to go back to their country? They fear to go back to South Africa. I'm telling you guys, they are panicking. They are scared to go back to their country. You know why? I'll tell you guys this story. So we did talk about their small boy where they sing music. What's the name again? There's a kid, that South African child that is singing, that sang one of their popular Amapiano song. I did a video saying he was in Nigeria recently and had some issues and, was stranded as well. Cried for help too, begged and begged. He cried for help for Nigeria. He said, may they help him, may they help him, may they help him. So last, Nigerians also came out to see how they can try and help the young man. You understand? So he went back to South Africa and the full story is coming out. So basically, he came to Nigeria with his DJ and his other guys. I think his manager and his DJ. There are a couple of them, including some Nigerian guys too. They came with a crew, a total crew. It's now investigating to see that this child has even gone so far in the music industry that the child even did a song with Davido. Yes, the child did a song with Davido. So, but on his year trip that they arranged to come to Nigeria, they didn't involve Davido. So Davido also started quiet. But I'm pretty sure that when this issue started happening, Davido had to call Very Dark Man to intervene and help them out. So this boy, when he got to Nigeria with his fellow South African brothers, not Nigerians, because his DJ is a South African, the other ones are all South Africans. So they got to Nigeria and they now started wahala amongst themselves. It be like the boy Smokey Boo. It be like whatever happened. The boy, he can't they blast everybody. He say, no, you don't want to do it again. No one do it again. No one do it again. May they leave him. No, those kind of things. He fall out on education. He's not educated. A group of people will not get school. No morals. They smoke Igbo up and down. Igbo don't upset their brain. So they can't get serious wahala. And the boy can't cry. As the guy is the celebrity, the guy is the artist, he has more influence, he has more power. So he is the one that ran to social media to gather his fans in South Africa and crocodile tears and, manipulate them to now believe that the other ones who are his DJs and the other ones have decided they want to use them for money rituals. That's what he said. He said they brought him to Nigeria to use him for money rituals. Can you imagine? That small musician. He said these people, his fellow South Africans, brought him to Nigeria to use him for rituals. Can you imagine? Your own fellow South African citizens took you from South Africa and brought you to Nigeria for rituals. This guy, this speaking know well. So that's what he's now saying on social media. And to the point where he has rallied his fans and other people in South Africa who are now threatening these other South Africans that if they come back to South Africa, they go buy them. That's how serious the matter is. So the guys that are now, they know South Africa well. They know the industry. They know. When we tell you people that that country is very unsafe, you people think I'm joking. If their South African brothers can be so scared, they don't want to go back to their country because they fear because of this, they can go, they will buy them, and the boy don't threaten them with all his fans and all of that. That if they step their feet in South Africa, it's over for them. It's over for them. So that's what he's saying. So these guys now, since the boy now took his flight, they helped him to go. These other guys are now also left stranded in Nigeria, begging for help, crying to see how help can come and rescue them. And at this point, they themselves, they don't even want to go back to South Africa because they are thinking that if they go back, this boy with his influence and what he's capable of doing, they go buy them. And we all know that South Africa is capable. If they can buy people like AKA, and how many other musicians and celebrities they don't buy them for South Africa, then who are you, these young boys, DJ and whoever them call themselves? So definitely they have the right to be scared. They don't want to go back. They want to just stay in Nigeria. That's why they called Very Dark Man and started calling down Nigerians, calling down people to see how they can help. Right now, as I'm talking to you, there's still no information to confirm if they have gone back to South Africa or not. They are probably still in Nigeria, struggling to figure out a way how they can appease those who are in South Africa if they can go back to their country, and nothing will happen to them. But is all that necessary? How can you threaten your own brother? You people leave South Africa. You left South Africa as a brotherhood, as a team, came to Nigeria smiling and laughing. Now you people came and turned against each other in Nigeria. Now South Africans are trying to make it look like Nigeria is the problem. Now they crease. Anyways, I say make I let you now know what's in the happen. It is what it is. Your boy Max on this one again. Smash the like button, smash notification bell. Come back anytime you're free, guys. Cause there's always more beautiful and amazing videos just for y'all. God bless y'all. Cheers.